I love me some cookies. Well, here we are. The second to last episode. Oh, I had to stretch. Oh my god. My body is physically tired. I am sorry. And I am also physically tired. So hopefully this video will wake me the frick up, because this is the finale. We are on the first part of the finale. It sounded stupid.
Warning. The following reading contains subject matter that some listeners might find disturbing or difficult to hear. Listener discretion is advised. If you or someone you know has been affected by the real-world themes portrayed in this production, please follow the links in the description for agencies and organizations that can provide practical help and advice.
Alright, here we go. My neck is weird, but you know what? It's completely fine. It's Inktober. Oh. God, that is menacing. Like a chicken cheese nugget in September.
Once upon a time, reports of an immortal monster whispered in secret and haunted the minds of ponies and creatures alike, far and wide. Tales of the lost narrator, a cursed mare, rotten and putrid in form, that it was said could damn a pony's soul through the twisted yarn she weaved of gore and death. The legends told by the eldest creatures tell a different story, though. Those that encountered her lifetimes ago recall a crass and bombastic mare named Curse
several times.
You see, she began as nothing more than a simple storyteller. All that changed, however, when her beloved Magpie arrived in town. A
stupid
sweet but damaged mare. They soon
why don't you go
and created a life together, though Magpie would never confide in Curse about the nightmares that plagued her. It was Magpie who recognized her special talent, that her stories had the power to influence and affect the ponies around her. Magpie's past soon caught up to her in the form of Inkdye, a former controlling and jilted lover. With the intent to reclaim her little Ink married a stallion in town with a young colt to use for cover while plotting to take Magpie back. The sight of Ink with her new family enraged Magpie, and fueled by revenge, she manipulated Curse into using her talent on the foal. Ink was sent to prison for his murder, where official records list her as deceased. The same prison that was later closed for unethical magical experimentation being performed on inmates. Racked by guilt, but not understanding the talent or the power she wielded, Curse plunged into a mental spiral, and, at her lowest point, unknowingly banished Magpie to another realm. Determined to find her beloved and correct her mistakes, Curse searched for years, but to no avail. As decades became centuries, Curseworth's heart grew bitter and resentful with each damned pony she left in her wake. All the while, though, unbeknownst to her, Magpie watched from the other realm, gathering the souls of Curse's victims with the promise from a dark and mysterious being that they could reunite her with her love once she gathers enough of them.
Hello?
Why was that walking on beat with the booms?
I've got that last soul you wanted.
Ah, yes. It looks like you finally completed your task.
That's Goody.
I've waited so long for this. I know it was wrong, but I'd do anything to be with my Kirsty again. So, here, the last soul you asked for. Now, how does this work exactly? Do I just appear next to her in the real world, or does time sort of undo itself? Does this mean her appearance and stuff will change too? I never really asked for the details. I guess I'm
just chuck
as long as I get out of here,
the blue
okay.
spirit pony.
You're not going anywhere.
Wait, but I thought I would get to be with her. Does this mean that she's coming here? But you said...
I only promised that I would help you be reunited with your beloved.
Yeah, and she's still out there.
Yes.
No. She's actually been here the whole time.
Yeah, shut
right
up.
beside you. Watching. Waiting.
Longing. I finally have you.
I have a question though. Why did she wait all this time to reveal herself? You could say it's to break Magpie's spirit and to like kind of be like, hey, you're stuck. Haha. You know what I'm saying? But like, why wait literal centuries just to be like, haha, yeah, I'm not actually, you know, I'm actually your worst enemy. You remember me, right? All the way back in like 2014, what is it, like 3,114? You remember me?
Little bird.
Wait, no.
Come now, Magpie. Haven't you missed me?
I've
waited so long for this moment. To finally be able to reveal myself to you.
Missed my shot.
Do you know just how torturous it was to watch you? Fawning over her all these years?
But how? What's going on? Where is he? Where's the one I made the deal with?
Oh, that voice? Did you like that voice? Imagine, if you will, hearing that voice while he performed all those experiments. No thanks to you and that mare. I was left to rot in that prison.
Please, don't come any closer.
Do not interrupt me. If you hadn't disobeyed me and run up all those years ago, none of this would have occurred. Prison and magical experimentation tend to have interesting effects on the mind and body.
She became a literal demon god.
Is that I can finally talk to you, my little bird. I've missed you so much.
She about to be a big
please,
bird.
I
have to what? Stay with me forever?
But Curse.
Do not even utter that mare's name.
Curse,
she was the one who caused all of this.
Curse.
To the both of us. She brainwashed you and kept you away from me. It was her words that made me kill my own child. All of these terrible, atrocious acts are because of her.
You finished the job.
Do you not remember? It's been that long, hasn't it? It's alright though. We can still be together. I can still fix this.
You can't fix nothing.
Magpie, I love you. I have always loved you. Why can't you...
Sucker, you don't deserve love. Just in the face.
I seem to understand this. I sacrificed my whole world to find you. When Curse Word damned you the same way she damned me, who was there to give you hope? Who was the one to save you? You would have disappeared into nothingness if it wasn't for me. This infused magic has been a blessing and a curse. I may have lost my physical form, but I was able to create and control this limbo for you. To keep you safe, away from her.
Yes.
Even without my physical form, I'm still capable of taking care of you. Better than she ever could. And now, as nothing...
And what have you done? What have you done? You have literally trapped her in a purgatory limbo where she is forced to just guide damned souls to their resting place for centuries of boredom and doing absolutely nothing in the most black void you could think of. I'm only keeping you safe.
Nothing more than ink. I was still able to find a way to bring us back together. You see, one soul is capable of solidifying my state for a few seconds, and so I had a brilliant thought. What would happen if I gathered an absurd amount of them? She was already murdering and maiming all those poor ponies, so why not put them to good use? And here we are. You've
This
gathered
is the
enough
reason
of
why
them
she
because
spent
of
centuries.
Curseword's horrendous deeds, and I can finally become whole again.
What have I
That's the
done?
reason. That's the reason. That's the reason
I
why
can
it took
feel
centuries.
working. Bones and skin and fur. Finally!
Oh
I can be a
God.
pony again, fully restored, and you and I can be together. Wait, what's happening? Why isn't it?
It's
No!
not working? Yes!
No, make it
Yes!
stop!
Wait, no.
Why didn't it work? I
Because you're
scrutinized over this
stupid.
for years, ensure that every detail was perfect. So many countless
sucks
years
to
of
suck.
crunching those numbers. This was supposed to work.
Please.
I think this is going to be the most mean I have ever been to anything. Like literally anything. I think oh, I'm going down a dangerous path.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I can even strike you. I'm ink. Nothing but ink now. That's all I am.
Oh, good.
All I can do is
Drink the ink.
Doing.
Oh shoot. Oh no, that's
Interesting.
not what I meant by drink the
How does
ink.
it feel, my little bird,
Oh.
to have me seeping into your coat,
Ugh.
underneath your hooves, all
Ugh.
over you? How does
Ugh.
it feel to be one with your beloved?
Ugh.
No.
Ugh.
let yourself go, Magpie. Don't fight it. Don't fight me. We
Where
can truly
is
be
the
together
water?
forever because
It
our
takes-
love is
oh.
stronger than. Really? Still?
Curse,
Even
curse.
after everything I've done for you, you still reject me?
Of course.
Fine. You never did know what to do with that.
I
me
would
anyway.
reject ink
But it's
dye
okay.
a million
I'm
times.
here now.
Give me the tartar sauce. They're about to get up. They're about to. Are we about to meet up with Curse?
How long has it been now? Decades? Centuries?
It's been centuries.
It doesn't feel like all that long ago, but god damn.
God
It's been a
damn.
very, very long time. The years
Man,
have been
bro.
hard and the changes,
Been a while.
well, severe, but nothing I haven't
been
earned,
like
I
a week.
suppose. This old horn rotten
me.
through and punctured with holes. This cold, monotonous heart pounding through putrid flesh and mangy patches of hide. And only these jaundiced yellow eyes to stare back at my reflection. The crimson irises aglow like fire. This immortality seems to be my own personal curse for killing her all those years ago.
Blurs.
It's not like any of this even matters anymore. She's dead. There's no point in lying to myself. It was so much easier in the beginning, too.
Technically, you are lying to
believing that
yourself
all I had to
already.
do was look
she
hard
is
enough,
alive.
and that I would be reunited with her. Even as the decades passed, that hope never waned. Not
Never
until
waned.
that last time I returned home. How was I supposed to know that it had been 70 years? I mean, I didn't fucking age. And that stupid bitch librarian.
Got
She
jump
was
scared
still
by the
there,
curse.
running the library. And I didn't believe it at first. That old wizened mare behind the counter. It wasn't until she showed me her cutie mark that it really hit me. The last remnants of hope withered and died with the realization that day. Only
love hope.
mortality isn't as long compared to other creatures, and
Wait,
the body
really?
decomposes pretty fast in the right settings.
Dang.
Ashes to ashes, dust to
Dang.
dust.
Dang.
You know? Technically, I should be dust too at this point.
The Celestia
But
does?
no. Here I am, standing in this ember-drenched forest, looking down at this worn piece of leather, lifeless in my hooves. This mask. The one damn thing that was supposed to shield every pony from my
I wonder what I would
words.
look like in a mask.
I mean, why else would I sew
Probably
the
horrible.
mouth slit shut? I honestly didn't want to tell any pony my stories, but what else was I expected to do to pass the goddamn time?
Play
It's
cards.
not like any pony would sit and
Drink
even have
water.
a normal conversation with me, especially when...
Eat trees.
Especially when I look like this.
I
They
mean, you
run
don't look
screaming
that
from me the
bad.
second they catch a glimpse of the lost narrator. This monster. At the end of the day, isn't that what I am? Right?
See, if I were just a random pony in this situation, there are only two ways that I would act. Either I would see curse word and be like, holy frick. Either I would run in the other direction, pause for a second, and think about, maybe I should go back, and then I would just keep on running. Or the other option would be I just sit there, a little feared, maybe frozen in fear, or maybe not frozen in fear, and then I would see the lost and be like, hey, hey. And then I would try to initiate a conversation, and then she would probably tell me a story and kill me. But you know why? That's just how the cookie crumbles.
This immortal, monstrous creature that ruins lives with her stories. So why be something that you're not? Isn't that what my super special talent really is? The real reasons as to why I became this thing don't matter. Because it's fate. That's all this really is. I fucked up. And I was the one who killed her. But you know what's funny, though?
What if I killed her?
This mask isn't supposed to come off. No, this fucker is fused to my rotten pus oozing flesh.
Dang.
And suddenly the bitch peels off like nothing. I have brand
Like
new
a
fucking
lemon.
fur and flesh.
Yo!
I keep unconsciously
Lemon.
running my hooves over my renewed face and bitterly pull them away when I realize what I'm doing. It's not supposed to be like this, considering the rest of my body is still a decomposing mess. I clench my teeth as a ball of anger wells up in my chest.
That is kind of sad.
None of this makes sense, and for this to finally fucking happen now... No.
Imagine just
Fate
peeling your
is
face
just
off.
really screwing with
Like,
me.
man,
at
this face
point,
is dirty.
Feels like she's just bent me over and she's plowing me fucking hard. The moon begins
Dang.
to shine overhead and bleed through the leaves and branches around me. How did it get so dark so soon? I should probably set up camp for the night. With the flick of my magic, flames erupt from the logs in the center of the grove.
MLP fanfic
I settle
reading. How
down
did it get so dark
and stare
so
at the
quickly?
wisps of flames
That was a terrible
flickering in
joke.
the air. My eyes begin to unfocus, and
When
I
you're
just let
watching
my
Cupcakes.
mind wander over all the details of this
How did
new
it get so dark so quickly?
development. Even if by some divine intervention I was restored to my former self, it's not like I even deserve something like that. There hasn't been any form of atonement for my actions. And
Atonement
even
for
if
your
there
sins.
was, that wouldn't fix any of this. What's done is done. Murder is and always will be the greatest mortal sin. So for this to even be happening...
Genocide is the greatest mortal sin, I
Well,
think.
we all know that monsters don't get second chances. No, after the hero conquers the villain and saves the day, the monster usually gets obliterated into nothing.
Disney, you're taking notes? Oh, you don't need to because you don't even have villains? I'm sorry. My bad.
What I wouldn't give for just that. Nothing. For everything to just go black, and for my existence to cease. You would think that I would want to just die, because then maybe I could see her again. But I don't even want that. Fate wouldn't allow that. I don't deserve to see her again, especially after everything I've done. I mean, what would I even say to her if I actually got that chance?
I just walk up saying,
No, to dissipate into nothingness.
Hey, how you doing?
Is all I crave at this point. I blink and readjust my eyes as my hoof slowly reaches out to the flames before me. I watch the flesh sear and crisp as it blackens within the fire. The stench of rotten cooked meat fills my nostrils. But I feel no pain as I continue to watch the tissue cauterize. Chunks of fat beginning to fall from the limb, and soon all I am left with is charred, hollowed bone and hoof. I pull the hoof away from the inferno and just stare. Warm blue energy appears around the ruined limb, coalescing over it and quenching the remaining flames, as muscle, skin, and fur are reformed beneath its glow. But instead of it looking healthy and lively, well, it's putrid and revolting. Like I said, this fucked up version of fate is railing me super hard. My ears swivel towards the sound as my eyes remain locked on the fire.
I have a fire.
It would seem that some poor, unfortunate traveler may have stumbled upon my campsite. If you're looking for a place to rest from your travels, you're more than welcome to share my fire. Just gotta listen to a story is all. It's seriously too easy to lure tired souls with stories and warm campfires. Especially now that I don't look...
See, this is what would happen to me. I would just be in the woods for no reason at all. Tired. Here. Hey, listen, I got a campsite. You know, you could sit down, relax, you know. Have a cup of joe. And just listen to a story. I'd be like, alright. You know, I would sit happily on that log. Wait a minute. What if I fall asleep? What if I fall asleep before the story is finished? Then I would probably get killed during my sleep, you know. Yeah. Man. I would not survive anything.
Like a goddamn scarecrow. I mean, who in their right mind would turn that down? There's no response, but the hoof steps continue their slow, steady, deliberate crunches, drawing closer.
He's just very hard at
the
hearing.
Silent type, huh? Guess that's always good for listening to stories. Hurry up and come over by the warmth of the fire, though. It's always chilly during this season, and you don't want to catch a cold. Jesus, Pony is taking for fucking ever. Seriously, I could have been halfway through my story by now if this cunt wasn't taking his sweet time.
Oh my God.
Maybe this pony is actually being cautious, though. Unless they're trying to get one up on me. That happens from time to time. Idiots seeing a lone pony, thinking that she would be an easy buck. Little do they know.
Easy buck.
Fate's already beat them to it.
Oh, you're selling
the hoof steps come to a crawl as they get closer. What the hell is this pony's problem? Okay, seriously? What the fuck is going on over? My impatience gets the best of me. I whirl around, only to be met with the empty clearing. I scan left to right, expecting for a figure to appear, but all I hear is the crackling of the campfire. I sigh to myself, annoyed that I'm obviously hearing shit again, and turn back to the fire.
Hallucination for the ears.
Look at what you've become.
A pony's voice echoes out from the trees before me.
You know what, Ain't I? You were like a leaf because I wish you were a leaf, ain't I? So I can just put on a shoe and just you know what I mean.
At least, I think it's a pony. I can't see any pony in the darkness of the forest.
Difficult?
You sit here, waiting for vulnerable ponies who only want a place to rest, preying on their trusting nature.
Yeah, and what of it? This wouldn't be the first time an overzealous pony tried playing the hero. Considering how many ponies I've told my damn stories to, it's no surprise when some pony who loves them shows up and comes after me.
But preying on them isn't good enough, is it? You weave cursed words, forever trapping their souls in a perpetual spiraling hell from which they can never escape.
What if they enjoy it?
Kill them, body and soul.
What if one of them were to enjoy
voices?
it? That would
Their
be dark.
voice,
That would be really
echoes
dark.
and bounces all around me. How is this even possible? I don't see or hear any pony using their magic. You can't kill ponies with just words. If that was the case, I would just tell you to fuck off and die. Considering we're still having this conversation, your dumbass theory is fucking moot. And here I thought my night was going to be boring.
But isn't that what you did to me?
Mag, that voice. I could never forget that voice. My head whips around to the right, my heart leaping into my
she's
throat.
Voice acting.
And I am met with nothing again. I grit my teeth as my patience snaps. Whoever the fuck you are, show yourself!
You have ruined so many lives, and yet, here you are, lingering on without hope or salvation. What is keeping your tired corpse animated, curse word?
I said, show yourself!
I like
Magic
animation.
begins to coalesce and
love
pulse around
animation.
my broken husk of a horn. In my right periphery, a shadowy figure emerges from the bushes. I don't give the fucker a chance. Before it takes another step, a bolt of power erupts from my horn. Faster than thought, a black void appears from the ground and expands into a gaping maw of deepest ebony, engulfing the flaming bolt into its depths.
Ebony. Heavy blackish or very dark brown timber from a mainly tropical tree. A tree of tropical and warm timber. So it's a tree or a plant or a magazine thingy. Okay, interesting.
I freeze. My mind goes numb as the magic winks out of existence. My magic. The same that has incinerated ponies whole and cleaved open flesh even through plated armor. How can that be? How can that blackness just consume it?
Oh,
The
no.
inky void sloshes and writhes upwards from the ground, slowly revealing pink hooves, legs, until a complete form stands before me. I find myself face to face with the mare I thought I would never see again. A lump forms in my throat. I swallow hard, trying to force it back down. Her eyes remain shut, a small smile playing on her lips.
You ruined me, curse word. You ruined me with your own words.
Ink dye why?
Her eyes slide open, and it's then that I realize something is off. As she moves closer into the light of the campfire, glistening yellow eyes glare back at me from within her dark violet mane. In the light of the embers, black splotches cover her once perfect pink coat. Wisps of ebony tendrils rise from the stains and lash out towards me violently, trying to strike.
Except the multicolored
Without
ones.
reason, though.
Those ones are
They
great.
freeze, slowly constricting back around her frame. As she strides forward, a trail of inky blackness remains behind. A river of nightmare ink left in her wake. Her
Gosh, this
haunting
narration
stare.
is so good. I can only dream to
Pins me in place.
be this good of a
I
narrator.
can't seem to break from it as my breath catches in my chest. This can't be real. You can't be real. I take a step back.
Except it is.
No, there is no fucking way that this is actually her. No, fate. I know I fucking deserve punishment, but not this. How did she get here?
Too far.
And like this?
Too far.
What the fuck is wrong with her? Did I do this?
You found me, curse word.
Those eyes. They have me clamped in place.
Didn't find her.
I
She
can't
found
move.
you.
I can't breathe. My words, my strength, it's all gone. All I can hear is panic screaming from inside my own skull, reminding me of my failures. I didn't find you. I couldn't find you. You're gone because of me, and I will never. A sharp pain explodes in my shoulder, forcing me down, pinning me in place. My head slamming into the ground snaps me out of my trance.
We're getting into
try
the
to rise,
spicy stuff now.
I can't move. Glancing over my shoulder, I see a dripping ebony hoof shoving me into the forest floor. I struggle against it, but I only slip and fall into the ground harder than before. The inky blackness is spreading beneath me, around me, consuming my body in all of its depths. It's then that I feel them. Wispy, inky tendrils beginning to wriggle all over my body. Mag! Cold. What is this? My mouth is forced open and pure darkness pours into it and down my throat, silencing my cry. It's joined by more, slithering and constricting around my limbs and through my coat as I writhe. Wait, they aren't writhing on me. They're in me. I can feel my body distend as I try to retch. My insides slithering like a bag of snakes, full of those things. I can't breathe, choking on them as my throat begins to tighten. My hooves begin to sink to the ground, into the dark depths of the murky, obscure black mess. I can't...
I'm gonna paint a really, really terrible image or scenario in your mind, and I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But imagine a whole tarantula spider colony in your stomach. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm oh my god. I should apologize to myself. Oh god.
I can't fight it. There's no point. Maybe death is finally fucking erasing me from this existence and I can fade away into this void. Please, release me from this hell so I can just drown in this emptiness. Sweet Celestia, please let this end just fucking end me. Just before the inky void consumes me.
Oh, she's gonna say something.
One more glimpse of her.
She's not gonna say anything.
An image of my beloved imprinted into my mind. At least I can say I saw her one last time.
True.
But her expression, though, did I see pain?
There's always pain. Pain is always a feature. Hit him with the piano.
The sweet scent of lavender washes over me. I take in a deep breath, and it fills my lungs, spreading a warmth inside my chest. It's her scent. She always smelled of sweet lavender. I remember times where I'd be working on a story, and she would try to sneak up from behind to hug or tickle me.
Like,
her scent would give her away
smell lavender
before she even got the chance to get close. Hell, sometimes it was so strong, the smell would engulf the whole room the moment she walked in. It's a bit odd, though. The fragrance is so intense right now. Like she's right here next to me in this darkness.
She is.
Dear Luna, how I miss this.
She has always been with you.
My lips curl into a faint smile as the distant sounds of birds? Wait, birds. Why are there fucking birds here?
We love birds.
I try to open my eyes, but a gentle pressure keeps them closed. The world shifts and turns around me in a dizzying confusion, one where I can't find my bearings. Gravity suddenly reasserts itself as I flop down roughly onto something soft. Warm. I realize that I'm laying on what feels like a bed.
It's a dream.
The pressure on my eyes fades to nothing.
It's a trap.
And I can finally open them. The light is blinding, though.
Don't fall for it.
I wince and reach up a hoof to rub them softly. I push myself up and glance around. Wait.
I remember the confusion I felt.
I slam my eyes shut and shake my head.
It was just a really long dream.
There's no way that's possible. I was just in that forest. Gradually, I open them again.
You ate too much pizza last night.
Nope. My eyes are definitely working. To my utter disbelief, I am sitting in my old bed in the middle of my
Oh my god, I just got a memory.
It's morning. The sun's out,
pouring
in through the window, and the birds are chirping like they couldn't have a fucking care in the world. I glance down at my body, and my heart nearly lunges out of my chest. My body, the skin is taut and the fur soft to the touch. I catch my breath as I try to process what's really going on. It's then that I realize I don't smell the lavender anymore. How in the hell?
She moved.
I fling the blankets off and leap out of bed, inspecting the room. It's just the way I remember it. The bed, the dresser, the nightstand. My mind races. How is this logically possible? I gallop down the stairs to inspect the rest of the house. The living room, the kitchen. Everything is just as I left it all those years ago. Nothing appears to be out of place.
Damn.
That is, until I catch a glimpse of the picture frame resting on the coffee table in the living room. A lump forms in my throat as I pick it up with my magic, hoping and praying it's how I remember it.
It's not.
This picture. I know she and I are supposed to be in this together.
Unfortunate.
It was taken right before she moved in with me. She was so jittery and nervous, almost like she was terrified of overstaying her welcome. She kept second-guessing herself so much around me. I could never understand why she was like that. Hell,
until you did.
I was the one who insisted on her moving in. I mean, she was homeless at the time. How could I not offer? I remember that far-off glazed look in her eyes. After she and I had moved in what little she had into the house. Something was wrong, but I couldn't nail it down, no matter how hard I tried. She just didn't want to talk about it. She wasn't ready to let me in. In a last-ditched attempt to try and cheer her up, I pulled out the camera and told her we should snap a photo together.
Snap!
A little way of always remembering her moving in. She finally seemed to relax.
For the ponygram.
Came out of her daze when I pecked her on the cheek and snapped the photo. My eyes close, and I swallow hard. Things were so much simpler. Back then,
they were so simple.
Before I lift the frame up to eye level and open them.
Disappointment.
The photo tauntingly reflects back at me from under the glass. And I feel the lump fall into the pit of my stomach. Of course she's not in the fucking photo.
But there's an ink thingy.
There's not even a spot for her anymore. I'm dead fucking center. Just smiling back with a dumbass expression on my face. It's been years since she's been in this photo, or any photo for that matter.
Been centuries.
All of them in this house changed that fucking day that I... Fucking to think, I honestly thought things were gonna be different for once. I shake my head as I place the frame back down on the coffee table.
In the face.
Of fucking course it would be like this. I'm going to relive this reality over and over again, aren't I? The one where I just never find her. Where I made her stop existing. It's been so fucking long that I sometimes even wonder if she was real at all. Maybe my mind is just fucking fractured. Maybe she's just this mental fabrication. Am I fucking insane?
Imagine being in a simulation and going through this literal same exact experience, but instead they were just like scientists outside of the simulation just observing you and seeing what you're doing. God, that would be But then imagine while you're in the simulation being watched by scientists who are outside of the simulation, while you're inside of the simulation, you find another simulation, and while you're outside of that simulation, you're still inside the same simulation, and you start watching the simulation that you're not in, that you're outside of, but still inside the simulation, and then the cycle keeps repeating, simulation after simulation after simulation, and soon enough there's just a whole bunch of simulations that are just either the same or different or absolutely stupid.
Is this
Think
just
about
my
it.
way of coping with everything? This immortality that I've been cursed with, the way fate keeps fucking me over. I seriously feel like any fucking reality is possible at this point.
Alternate
I
universes.
take a deep, shuddering breath. This is fine. This is all fine. It's not like I had control anyways. Maybe I should just go back to sleep. At least fate gave me a bed to rest in between getting fucked.
I would probably go back to
Glance
sleep.
back down at the picture one less time. But it's then that something catches my eye. Something I missed at first
Stupid little
glance.
pinky blots.
I ignite my horn and elevate it closer. When I notice a
Stupid
little
little
black smudge on the lower edge of the photo. My eyes narrow as I stare at it for a little longer. Who spilled ink on this? I lift my head and glare at the door. Really? I glance over at the clock. Who the fuck shows up this early?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I heard clock, but I heard it in a different way. Listen. You know what I heard, all right? You know what I heard. It just was not clock, all right? It just wasn't clock.
I have no clue what day it is, or the year for that matter, but whoever is behind that door can just sit and spin. I'm not going to answer the door.
Sit and spin. You knock on a door, he just starts spinning.
Now. If this persistent ass clown isn't going to leave until I answer the door, then I'll answer the motherfucking door. Trotting over, I feel a slight headache coming on. I fling it open.
I used to have a headache every Sunday.
Look, I'm not.
Well, hello to you too, stranger.
Whee! My eyes widen as I realize who's standing in the doorway. She's here.
It's the Maggie.
Here. Her bright smile, her soft lilac eyes beaming up at mine.
You just burst.
I can't take my eyes off of her. No fear or looming danger lingers in the air like before. It's just her.
Just bring her inside.
Real.
Talk.
She's really is real. Her head tilts slightly, her expression melting into confusion.
Oh, I know what happens.
Of course I'm real.
I shake my head, not realizing I said it out loud. Sorry, I mean, hello? Wait, did she just call me stranger? My heart twinges with pain. I look away from her,
you're about to feel more
trying
pain.
to wrap my brain around what is really going on. Stranger. It's not the right word. It's this horrible expression that shouldn't be coming from her lips. She's supposed to be here in this house with me.
Is everything okay?
No, it's not. It's
come
the
back
exact
another time.
opposite.
No!
No.
God, I'm fucking this up left and right. I rub the bridge of my eyes with a hoof and take a deep breath, trying to soothe my nerves. No. You're fine. I'm sorry. I just woke up.
Had a rough night?
You could say that.
Oh, it was a rough night.
I wanted to come over and meet my new neighbor. My mayor friend and I just moved in across the street.
She points behind her to a quaint little house across the way with a white picket fence. I sure as hell don't remember that house being across the street.
I knew it was coming.
But before I can even think twice, the blood drains from my face. I try to grasp hold of the anxiety rising to the surface. Your mayor friend? Like a candle whose flame is carelessly blown out, her demeanor changes. Her eyes avert down to the ground, as if she's ashamed and scared of my reaction. Her bubbly exterior just deflates, retreating back into her mane, as if she's trying to hide from me. Wait, her mane is down? She never wore her mane down. She would constantly bitch about how he would get in the way of her doing things, and
I'm so sorry. Ink said that I wasn't supposed to go around talking about us since it's a new town. I thought ponies wouldn't care about two mares being together, and
hey,
I need a doctor for my heart, man. Soon enough, I'm gonna have a heart attack from all these painful MLP
and
experiences.
off the edge of the porch. I could care less about that. I'm into mares too. This conversation.
Lesbian.
What the hell is this?
You are?
She stops and slowly comes back to the doorway, revealing her face from behind her mane again. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
True.
Besides, if any pony really does have a problem with it, they can just go fuck themselves. She gasps.
True.
And covers her mouth, shocked and taken aback.
Sorry,
Listen, she can say the F word, I can say the F word, see?
I'm just not really used to hearing someone say
Fuck. I've said it before in front of you, and you never cared then. Celestia, damn it. Never mind. Forget I said that.
No, please, what did you mean by before? Have we met?
I chew the inside
Yes.
of my bottom lip as I try to find the words. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This has to be some kind of new reality. A new timeline, maybe? Is that what happened?
Universe.
Did shit just reset? A
probably
timeline
like-
where she's with some other mare and I'm just here alone and miserable. Though
You can win her back.
is only with another mare here. She's not missing. She's
can
not
talk to
potentially
her.
gone forever. She's just standing here.
Give
At
her a
least
nice
I think it's
cupcake,
her.
a nice muffin.
It has to be. I've waited too long. I've waited too long for this. Things are different, and maybe this is a second chance. And the fact that she doesn't even know me. Mag, I have to tell you something. And I know this is gonna sound fucking insane.
This is where Ink
Mag?
Bag comes in.
No one's ever called me that before. It's Magpie. Hang on. How did you know my name?
It's because
think
I am
know
a
you
psychic
didn't.
monkey.
You didn't tell me your name. Because I know you. We've met before. At the library, remember? You were working there because you had just arrived here. Her eyes begin to
I've
shrink
never
into
seen a
pinpricks
library in my
as she
life.
begins to back away from me.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, Mag. I begin to walk after her. I came up to you after I was done reading to the foals, and I asked you out. You were shy and unsure like now, but you weren't always like this.
Damn, she has
you
a
were
great
fun
memory.
and outgoing, and you...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mag makes her way to the middle
But
of
you
the room.
do.
She fumbles onto the ground, tripping over her mane. And you never wore your mane down for reasons like that. Here, let me help you up.
Stay back! Don't touch me!
The words pierce the air as she
Pierced
shoves
my
my hoof
air.
away violently.
Oh.
Everything freezes. Nearby ponies stop in their tracks and look over at us. Her panic-stricken eyes fill with tears as she stares up at me, her hooves raised over her head defensively, as if to protect herself from me.
Give her
She's-
a cupcake.
She's trembling in fear on the ground as I watch her mane fall to one side,
So let's
revealing
not do
what
cupcakes.
looks like
Or a muffin.
a bruise on her neck. Mag, what's happened to you?
A lot of
I've
stuff.
been looking for you for so long.
Step away from her at once.
Here's,
around to see
here
another
they
One that I
here
thought
she
I'd
is.
never see again. Memories flood my mind as a small white...
Alright, Google, it's your time to shine. Very bad insults to say in a bad video about a bad pony. Does My Little Pony have swear words? In the people also ask section, we have Does My Little Pony have swear words? A character mentions the word booty. There are no swear words in this film. This film is rated PG, and it's a kids movie. Recommended for ages 7+. One use of gosh. Oh gosh, diddly do. It's a little bit too colorful of a language there. Okay, let me just bad insult. I need one insult. You are a ink ink dye. You are a corpulent. You are a face. Are those bad words? Are those really bad words? I actually don't know. Did I just like say some really bad words? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. See you guys in the next video.